support for expelled Tennessee Democratic lawmakers is growing louder. State Republicans say the so-called Tennessee Three conducted a mutiny on the House floor when they led gun reform chants from the Speaker's podium with a bullhorn. Some Democratic leaders are calling the expulsion an embarrassing stain on democracy. During a surprise trip to Nashville Friday, Vice President Harris met with the Tennessee Three. And Scott McFarlane reports from Washington. Scott, good morning.
Hey, Jeff, good morning to you. President Biden spoke from Camp David with these two expelled legislators, and he called the expulsion a, quote, blatant disregard for U.S. values. The expulsions have drawn protests, condemnation, and Friday drew a visit from the vice president. As protests grew in size and volume this week outside the Tennessee state legislature, Vice President Kamala Harris landed for a last-minute trip to Nashville and a meeting with the two Democratic legislators expelled by their colleagues and the third representative who was nearly ousted.
A democracy says you don't silence the people. You do not stifle the people. You don't turn off their microphones when they are speaking about the importance of life and liberty. Does.
Thursday's vote by the large Republican majority to expel legislators Justin Jones and Justin Pearson has triggered a national firestorm.
And as you see, we'll demand it in the House, we'll get expelled for it too, and we'll demand it outside the House. No action, no plea.
Last week, the pair and State Representative Gloria Johnson, using a megaphone, protested at a legislative session and urged for stricter gun laws. Just days after the shooting rampage at the private Christian Covenant School, Johnson was spared expulsion by a single vote and argued her being white might have been the factor.
It might have to do with the color of our skin.
State Republicans argued last week's disruption by the three caused disorder and dishonor.
Look at the disrespect with which he has conducted himself today. He called our speaker a liar. He pointed derisively at our speaker. He insulted each and every one of you.
In Washington, national Democratic leaders issued blistering statements, including House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, who said the expulsions were baseless and that democracy is under attack. CBS News is awaiting response to requests for comment Friday from Tennessee's two Republican U.S. senators. Monday afternoon, county officials in Nashville meet to discuss temporarily filling the seat that was left by the expulsion of Justin Jones. They could put him right back in his seat temporarily until a special election in which Jones can run again. And local officials will do the same in the coming days to talk about the seat of Justin Pearson. Michelle?
All right, Scott, thank you.